Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we're going to group our students at Grand Oak Elementary School. Much of this is going to be very similar to what was done at Torrance Creek, but there are going to be a few things that are very different. After you watch the video, if you still have questions, don't hesitate to give me a call or shoot me an email at raymond.giovanelli@cms.k12.nc.us. My phone number is 980-343-2063. We'll start off by talking a little bit about our kindergarten, first, and second grade program. Our kindergarten, first, and second grade program will be very traditional in nature in regard to how we set up our classrooms. I have taken the time to look at all the student placement forms that our parents have created, and I have placed students into classes. These classes will be heterogeneously grouped or mixed ability. So though you may see small clusters of certain abilities of children in classrooms, you will not see students of all the same level in every class. Meaning that within one classroom you will see students that are below grade level, on grade level, or above grade level. This is a good mix for classroom teachers and allows them to work with a variety of different students. It also allows our students to work with a variety of classmates at different levels. These mixed ability classrooms will lead to differentiation within those settings. What that means is that when it's time for math and reading, our students will spend some time in whole group instruction, and then they will break up into what I call the workshop model in reading and math. This is an opportunity where teachers will group their children and they will make sure that they're getting their needs met. You may see sometimes where they will group their children by mixed abilities, having students of various levels together in the same group. And other times you will see where activities will be accelerated and groupings will be of the same ability level to make sure that we are either supporting students because they're struggling or extending their work because they're doing above grade level work. In 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, you will see something slightly different than what you may be used to at Torrance Creek. I believe, and the research states, that a combination of mixed ability grouping and homogeneous grouping, which is like ability grouping, is very important for our students to continue to grow. These groupings will not start immediately because we will have some assessment to do first, but I wanted to make sure I explained it to parents early on so they understood the process. What you're looking up at the board is an example of what 3rd and 4th grade will look like, and then what 5th grade will look like. We will start off with heterogeneous homerooms. Again, those are mixed ability homerooms. So students of all walks of life will be in homerooms together. These will not be like ability homeroom classes. When it's time for language and math class, eventually, once we finish assessment, our students will begin to be grouped based on their mastery of skills in those areas. So we will have students together with more similar ability students. That will allow us to make some classes slightly larger and then lower the size of some classes to make sure we're giving them the support they need. We will also departmentalize in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. That means our teachers will teach less subjects and become the experts in that area. So as you see in 3rd and 4th grade, teacher 1 will teach one class of language, a second class of language, and then science and social studies. You will see the same thing for teacher 2, where that teacher's focus is 2 classes of math, and they will teach science or social studies. And I'll get more into that in a few moments. What this process allows us to do is to continue to have 2 different environments. We will have mixed ability environments, and we will also have environments where we can put kids together to accelerate or slow down based on their needs. So an example would be with teacher 1, she would teach an 85 to 90 minute block of language 2 times a day, and then she would get her homeroom back and teach them both, or her homeroom science and social studies for a 90-minute block, where they will spend time together as a mixed ability group. The same thing can be said for these 2 teachers, teacher 2 and 3. Teacher 2 teaches 2 classes of math. Teacher 3 will actually teach a math class and a language class. And when you get to this section, they will have their homerooms for social studies and science, but they will actually split. So teacher 2 will teach 2 classes of social studies, one to her class, and then one to this class, and then the second teacher will do the same thing. They will teach 2 classes of science. Again, that is done to allow for less preps for our teachers and making sure they're well prepared. For specials, lunch, and physical activity, they will stay in their homeroom class. So by seeing this, you see that math and language arts class in 3rd and 4th grade will eventually be grouped after we do assessment to make sure we understand exactly what our students' needs are. But for specials, lunch, and physical activity, as well as science and social studies, they will be in heterogeneous groups. And I think that is the most effective way to do that. There are 5 teachers in 3rd and 4th grade. That's why they will have a very similar schedule in regard to how their day will work. This is not exactly the order that they'll have it, but it'll give you the concept behind it. In 5th grade, we have to do it slightly differently. With 3 teachers, it becomes a little more complicated, so we've kind of come up with a hybrid experience. Again, our homerooms will be heterogeneous, so we will have 3 mixed ability homerooms. Our 3 teachers will only teach 1 subject each though. So teacher 1, 3 times a day for approximately 85 to 90 minutes, will teach social studies and science to a group of children. Teacher 2 will teach math, and teacher 3 will teach language. The difference between 5th grade and 3rd and 4th is that we will not have as much flexibility in how we group our children in these grades, and they will flow together for science and social studies. Though that is different, for specials, lunch, and physical activity, they still will be in heterogeneous groups, so they will have the opportunity to be with their peers at different times. Many people have asked me about the talent development program and how that works. Well, what will happen is on multiple days during the week, I combine both our TD certified students and other high flyers. Those are students that are performing at a very, very high level. I mix them together, and our talent development teacher will push into math and language class at different times to work with those students as a co-teacher with the regular classroom teacher. Again, this will not be a pure talent development class. We have many, many students that are performing at a level above our talent development students that are not certified TD. So what we will do is create a mixed class of these 2 groups, and our TD teacher will push in. If you have a child with a learning disability, you may see a situation where the exceptional children teacher will push into the classroom based on their needs, or they may be pulled out based on their needs, and that will be decided by the IEP committee with the parents involved in that process. Again, this is just a sample of what 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade will look like. In 3rd and 4th grade, and in 5th grade, remember, this grouping will not start immediately. They will start off in their mixed ability homeroom until we can get all of our assessment data taken care of and know exactly where our students belong. Again, if you have any questions about this process or need further information or clarity, don't hesitate to call or give me an email response, and I will be happy to answer your questions. I hope this